Magandang araw po muli sa inyong lahat. Sumasa inyo na naman ang ating palatuntunang tipon-tipan sa PIA, ang ugnayan ng pamalaan at ng mamamayan. At ngayon mga kaibigan, hindi lamang po ang pamalaan ang inyo pong makakaugnayan dahil isa sa mandato ng ating pong administrasyon ay atin pong kilalanin ang ating mga partner sa pamamagitan ng mga civil society organizations. Kaya handog po namin ngayong araw nito ang Pugad Lawin. Alam ko po sa mga kuya ko, mga tito ko at mga lolo ko, kilalang kilala nila ang Pugad Lawin. Ngayon, atin muling kilalanin ang kanila pong mandato at syempre kung ano po yung kanilang ginagawa para sa kapakanan ng ating pong mga mamamayan. Muli sa ngalan ng ating Regional Director, Director Purita Samonte Licas, ito po ang inyong regular host, Oliver Tamayo Bakay, at syempre sa ngalan ng ating mga media practitioners, tayo po isasahimpapawid sa loob ng isang oras sa talakayan dito sa ating palatuntunan. Pero bago natin kilalanin ang ating mga guests ngayong umaga, atin mo nang alamin mula kay kasamang Jeanette Valentin Bakiran kung sino-sino ang ating mga partner na mga media practitioners. Kasamang Jeanette, good morning.
Magandang umaga po sa ating mga bisita. Kasama po nating lilipad sa araw na to si kasamang Ralph Concepcion ng Bombo Radio DZGR. We have also Ms. Teresa Campos of DWPE Radyo ng Bayan. Digna Pagulayan po ng DZTG. And we have the Bureau Chief of the Philippine News Agency, Mr. Sim Dilan. Si kasamang Marco Caspe at si Rolando Gaygay ng UNTV. We have also Mr. TJ Tudao and Munding Pancha ng FBN DCCV. At ang mga kasamahan po natin dito sa PIA, we have kasamang Tony Goyagoy, Alvin de los Santos, Munding Ferrer at kasamang John Malonga. And of course, we have also with us our OJT students from the University of Cagayan Valley. We have Nomalin Mapa and Daphne Claire Maborang. Morning po.
Maraming salamat kasamang Jeanette. Of course, sa technical side, sa Radyo ng Bayan, kasama natin sila kasamang Ronnie Mape at of course kasamang Letlet Taliping. Sa RBC naman, sina kasamang Elon at Chabi Tabalanza at sa Clearview ay si kasamang Marshall Bakiran. Ngayon, tulad ng nasabi ko, kasama natin ngayong araw na to ang mga opisyal ng Pugad Lawin, lungsod ng Tugigaraw. Nandito po ang kanilang presidente, 2014 president, si Ms. Pulin Tatiana B. Custodio, si Madam Pulin, of course, and ang immediate past president, ibig sabihin siya po yung president noong nakaraang taon, si Dr. Shasha May T. Meneses. Nakasama natin si Dr. sa iba't ibang activities natin noong nakaraang taon. Siya rin po ang National Vice President ng CARE or yung Civic Action Relief Emergency. At president din po siya, napakaraming katungkulan sa bansang Pilipinas ito. Presidente po siya ng JCI Macasta. Okay. Kasama din nila si Dr. Leon P. Kakulitan, ang committee chair ng CARE dito sa Tugigaraw. And of course, sino ba ang hindi nakakakilala dito? Dr. Manuel Fermin, ang past president ng Pugad Lawin. And of course, Sir Ramon Narte, ang National Vice President for Special Projects at ang Regional Governor for Region 8 ng Pugad Lawin. So sila po ang makakasama natin. Una muna ay ating bigyang daan ang ating mga bisita upang pabatiin sila sa ating mga tagapanood at tagapakinig. Siguro, sino ang mauuna? Ang si Doc... ladies first daw. So, sino? Si Dr. Meneses po muna. Then mamaya si Madam Pulin.
Yeah. Magandang umaga po sa nanonood ng Tipon-Tipan. Nagpapasalamat po kami inimbitahan para sa ma-introduce naman namin ang mga activities ng Pugad Lawin. Magandang umaga po.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Of course, President Pulin Tatiana Custodio.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako'y nagagalak sa okasyong ito. At sa ganon, may pakilala po namin ng mabuti kung ano po ang Pugad Lawin.
Okay, pabata ang mga nanunungkulan sa ating mga civil society organizations. And of course, Dr. Kakulitan.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat ng mga nanonood nito at salamat sa pag-imbita nyo sa amin at masasabi na namin kung ano yung aming ginagawa sa Pugad Lawin ngayon.
Okay, thank you, Doc. And of course, Dr. Manny Fermin.
Thank you very much.
Paki-open yung mic, Doc. Ayan.
Good morning, Diyos ta umatam ngamin. It's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting us, our group, the Pugadlawin Philippines Tugigaraw Chapter. And magandang pagkakataon ito para sabihin namin ang aming programa. At the same time, para makilala namin kayo, mga media, as partners in the development of yung mga magandang ginagawa namin sa komunidad. Kailangan po namin kayo. Magandang umaga po ulit.
Thank you very much, Doc Manny. And of course, Sir Mon Anarte, ito, kasama ko din dito sa Cagayan Valley Occupational for Safety and Health Network. Sir Mon.
Maraming salamat, Oliver. Magandang umaga po sa lahat po ng nanonood at nakikinig sa Tipon-Tipan. Sa mga partner po namin sa media, magandang umaga po. Nandito po kami mamaya para i-discuss po namin ano ang Pugadlawin at ano ang mga programa niya.
Okay, yan po ang boses at siyempre ang mga gwapo at magagandang mga opisyal ng Pugadlawin na Tugigaraw. Unang katanungan po sa inyo, kahit na sino po ang sasagot nito, ano nga ba ang Pugadlawin? Bakit po Pugadlawin? Ayan, si Sir Mon.
Sa akin inabot kasi akong pinakabata daw sa kanila. Dalawa lang kami ng Doc Manny. Actually, ang Pugadlawin before, it's a civic radio communications group. Diyan nakilala ang Pugadlawin. Diyan natin naging partner ang media. That was the time ng kalakasan ng mga disasters ng Cagayan nung wala pang cellphones. And on the national part, actually Pugadlawin is a breakaway group of Lions International, Quezon City. So, nanggaling po din kami sa isang multinational CSO. Ginawa lang po ang Pugadlawin. It's because kung member ka ng isang international CSO, part of your remittances will go to the international organization. So, bihira nang bumabalik yon. Pinorm po natin ang Pugadlawin during the 70s. Now, ginawa po ito para sa Pilipino, makatulong sa kapwa Pilipino. Kasi po, lahat ng remittances ng chapter sa buong Pilipinas bumabalik po sa pamamaraan ng Kawang Gawa. Yan po, i-discuss po namin yan later on sa ating pong programa. Yan po ang isang parang highlight kung anong organisasyon po namin.
Okay, so nag-start pala ang Pugadlawin bilang isang radio communications group, at nag-evolve bilang isang rescue group na rin,
Yes,
sa mga panahon ng sakuna.
Yes,
Sinasabi ko nga doon sa earlier discussion with Sir Mon, ang Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office ngayon na siyang nangangampanya o kaya gumagawa ng advokasya para doon sa mga rescue teams natin. Nag-ugat pala yung volunteerismo sa ating Pugadlawin. Yan. And yes, Sir Mon.
Yes, tama yun, Sir Oliver. Kung maalala natin, during the time of the late Governor Aguinaldo, yun talagang parang yun ang dating na sakuna noon, halos dire-diretso Sa buong taon, halos hindi natin mabilang kung ilang sakuna dumating noon. So, doon, from that time on, dati na tayong may memorandum of agreement sa OCD, yung Office of the Civil Defense, through the late Mr. Pat Junio, which is, siya rin is an associate member of the group. So, doon, tinap din tayo ng Provincial Disaster Coordinating Council hanggang ngayon. So, doon nagsimula. And tulad nga na nasabi ko, Pugadlawin was a member of the CWS. That's the Early Warning Communication System ng OCD and PDCC. So, naging active tayo noon and naging productive ang organization nung panahon na yun.
Okay. Yes.
Thank
Doc.
you very much, Oliver. Mon, can I add? Nung panahon namin, Pugadlawin sa Tugigaraw was organized in 1993.
Okay.
And remember, during that time, it was a time wala pala tayong cellphone. Ang masaya dito kamo, nung time na yan, everybody wanted to take hold of a radio. Kasi pag radyo noon ang hawak mo, may dating ka.
Yes.
Karamihan noon, panahon na yun, wow, marami kaming members, most of them mayayaman. Kasi kaya nila.
Okay.
Ang maganda pa yun, hindi kami nag-recruit ng mga members noon. Members came to be a member voluntarily of their own free will. giving the resources, at the same time and effort.
Okay.
It was during that time when we had several calamities into Gigaraw. Calamities at that, we lack communications, here comes Pugadlawin to Gigaraw. And the nice part of it, lahat ng kwan noon, ng talagang gumagalaw na husto, may isang kasama kaming club at saka Pugadlawin, we played a very important role. Role ika nga because during disaster, wala pang risk noon, wala pang reduction noon. We just call it calamity, disaster. We played a very important role, not only to rescue, but when it comes the most important, communication.
Okay.
We're easily communicated. Remember during that time, Oliver, ang Riverside, yung mga parte dyan, binabaha.
Yes.
So and then all of a sudden, yung communication natin, nawawala. Here comes Pugadlawin.
Okay.
So, those years were really a year we call enjoyable. Enjoyable in a way that talaga nakakatulong kami. It was also during that time that I was your humble servant. I was a counselor.
Yes.
I also had a very, very good and with flying colors political years, because my partner then was my own club, my own members in brotherhood. Wala pang mga babae noon. We were always partners. We go out, we rescue people, not only in our humble town to Gigaraw noon, but nearby and far away towns. It was during that time that Pugadlawin did a very vital, risky, but a very challenging roles noon time na yan. Anyway, to cut the story short, marami kaming members noon, Oliver. We did not go around to recruit members. Members were influential politicians. There are also some who belong to the middle class and everything. But to be a member of Pugadlawin it's not just because of what you are in life, but Pugadlawin welcomes everybody to be a member. As long as tao ka, you are willing to go along with us in community services, you are much very welcome. And I again would like to, from the bottom of our hearts, that Pugadlawin is for service. Now, you see, not only mga lalaki ang mga miyembro namin, andito na mga beautiful ladies. You see them, they're beautiful because they can also be candidates for Miss Philippines and Miss Universe. Don't hesitate to join us.
Okay.
Not in looks, but because of your good service to the community, you are very much welcome. Good morning once again. Thank you, Oliver.
Yan po si Doc Manny, kanyang pagsalaysay sa kung ano nga ba ang Pugadlawin noong unang panahon. Pero hindi naman masyadong matagal yun, 1993. At tama nga, there was a time that Pugadlawin soared high, napakataas ng lipad ng Pugadlawin noon. Pero there was a time din na medyo naging silensyo ang ating Pugadlawin. At siguro ay matanong natin, ano nga bang nangyari? Nung mga panahon na yon, at ngayon ay andito ulit ang ating Pugadlawin at muling nagpapakilala sa kanilang pagkakawang-gawa. Sir Mon ulit.
Actually, ang Pugadlawin, hindi naman siya huminto sa mga aktibidades niya, especially sa socio-civic. Tuloy-tuloy yon. Kaya lang, nung medyo nasabi natin na hindi na ganong naririnig, kasi nga, nagbago na ang organisasyon. Lumabas na kasi yung mga cellphone. So, meron na tayong quick response telecommunications dati. Ay, nung mga panahon na dumating. Now, ang Pugadlawin, tuloy-tuloy pa rin siya. Though we were silent on our activities, hindi naman natin kailangan ipaalam. Tulad nga ng nasabi natin noon, karamihan CSO are silent heroes. So, yun ang ginawa natin. Tuloy-tuloy siya. Though, minentain lang namin ang members namin kasi nga maraming gusto maging member. tulad ng sabi ni Doc, maraming gustong tumulong sa ibang paraan. Pagiging pugadlawin kasi is kailangan mong pagkukulan ng panahon para maging aktibo. Lahat tayo gusto natin tumulong eh. Pero kung sinong gagalaw dun sa tulong na yun, paano mo i-implement ang isang tulong kung walang gagalaw na tao? So, yun ang naging activity namin, though hindi siya ganong naririnig.
Okay, pero nagtuloy-tuloy siya, no?
Nagtuloy-tuloy
yung mga
po siya.
activities natin. Yes, si kasamang Tere ng Radyo ng Bayan sa kanyang katanungan.
Thank you, Kasama Oliver. Good morning po kay Doc Manny, sa ating mga bisita kay Sir Ramon. There was a time that Pugad Lawin has partnered with Radyo ng Bayan for the election po yun, ano? Feeling ano din kami, no? Kasi mga sasakyan nila ginagamit namin eh. Kasi mga mahiyaman. All those years, no, undeniably, during those times, you were the strongest and the most reliable CSO. And then for a while, you went silent, sabi nga po ni Kasama Oliver. So, yung mga time na yun na nagkaroon ng plateau, kumbaga, have you reinvented yourself? And sa ngayon po ba with the existence of different CSOs, like, di ba, may mga Rotary, meron ng mga ano po dyan. Papaano ho mararamdaman yung pagiging significant ng Pugad Lawin na during those times soaring high at talagang siya po yung sinasandalan ho ng mamamayan.
Thank you. Medyo na-miss din kita. Oo. Actually, ang Pugad Lawin kasi ngayon, so parang naging silent kung titingnan mo, no, the past few years na dumaan. Kasi nga, nag-expand na tayo. Tulad ng sabi ni Doc, hindi lang sa Tugigaraw ang naging projects natin. Lumabas tayo outside of Tugigaraw. So, yung mga project na yon ang actually mini-maintain namin ngayon. So, hindi siya naririnig kasi wala siya dito. Not necessarily lang naman Tugigaraw tayo para marinig eh. Di ba? So, lumabas kami. Then, sa elections, nandiyan pa rin tayo. Tulad nga ng sabi mo, Tess, naging partner tayo ng RPN dati. Because, Radyo ng Bayan, yes, sorry. Gawa ng, ang isang, ano nyo noon, is member ng PL. Member siya namin. So, siya namamahala sa media noon. Siya ang chairman ng communications namin dati. So, ngayon, kinakailangan uli namin kayo gawang expanded na ang mga projects natin, not only in Region 2. So, we went out of Region 2, actually. No? Ito sinasabi ko, being a national officer, like Doktora siya, kailangan namin ng media ngayon para at least alam nila ang ginagawa, makakahingi tayo ng tulong through the media. Kasi kailangan natin tulungan not only in Region 2, kung hindi sa labas ng Region 2.
Okay.
Can I add to that,
yes,
Oliver?
Doc Manny.
Thank you, Tere. It's nice seeing you. You still exhausting with sex appeal. Good morning. Yeah, Pugad Lawin had never been silent. Pugad Lawin has never been inactive. We had always been active. That's why you notice most of our members are members who belong to a prominent and influential families of Tugigaraw. Why we screen now members, not like before I made mention earlier na hindi namin i-screen, because what is really needed in the club are the three T's: time, treasure, and talent. So with us around people, for the last, we flash back 3 years ago, we had been helping people on medical missions. Why medical missions? Most of us are doctors. And in medical missions, what are really needed are medicines. And if you are in this kind of profession, you would easily get the support of drug companies. So, it has always been a medical mission that has always been attended to, and it is always a medical mission that we have served plenty of patients, because as mentioned earlier, we were able to get medicine from different drug companies.
Yes.
Secondly, during disaster, again, treaties comes in, and because of the treaties, we need not go around and solicit, but we have to dole out from our own pocket. Because it is a saying that if you move around and you have to make a project, don't bother anybody. If you are rich, do it yourself. Do it silently. But I tell you, kahit gaano man kalalim yan, sisingaw na sisingaw din.
Correct.
For the past 2 years, we had been making good. With the leadership of Dr. Siasa, has been have a very good practice. With their exposure, we were going around for several medical missions. We did it very well. Her nurses, we call them nightingales, had always been very helpful. We did not bother any other people who are engaged in this medical service. Wow, what a year for her. May I give these congratulations to you at this point in time? You did a good job.
Okay.
And now this year, we plan to have several lineup activities. That's why when they told me, we had a meeting the other night, they said, is it you invited us or we volunteered ourselves to be with you here? Whatsoever, whatsoever. It doesn't matter. What matters most, I see you old people, familiar faces. And with you people who are not familiar to me, let's get closer to one another. 2016 is nearer.
Yeah.
Coming near, and I hope I can still serve you, mga tao ng Tugigaraw. So with this, Oliver, present. Paparamdam na dig sana. So with this, everybody's clapping. You still welcome me? Thank you for the support.
Okay.
And with this, we will get in touch with you, Sir Oliver.
Yes, no?
Whatever project we will have, and with us people around, members, I'm very sure we will have a good tandem and partnership. Thank you once again, Oliver.
Yes, yes, Doc, At kita man na-miss ka din ng mga taga-Tugigaraw. Lalo na yung mga dati mo nakakasama, sila Mother Diggs, Oo. And yan, tanungin natin sila Madam Pauline and of course sila Doc Manny and Doc Leon and Madam Doktora Shasha. Si Doc Shasha muna. Last year po ay nababanggit nga ni Doc Manny yung mga activities. Can you refresh us doon sa mga activities na ginawa po natin?
Nagkaroon kami ng medical missions sa iba-ibang lugar. Solana, Operation Tuli, Santa Ana, San Vicente, Santa Ana Elementary School. Nagkaroon din kami ng Operation Tuli sa Kadaanan, Lanig, Solana. And nagkaroon kami ng relief operations sa Typhoon Labuyos sa Quirino Province, sa mga ITAS doon. At nagkaroon din kami ng mga medical missions sa Valley Cove. Kasama po namin si Dr. Leon. That's 6 hours
Valley
boating
via
Santa Ana po yun. Nagkaroon din kami ng recently sa mga disasters sa national, sa Leyte, the same time, sa Bicol, Bohol, at kung saan-saan pa.
Oo, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung mga out of the region na activities po ninyo. So napakaraming ginawa, At nagulat ako doon sa atin pong Valley Cove, Doc Leon, Paano nyo ginawa po yon at sino-sino po ang inyo pong binitbit papunta po doon sa Valley Cove?
Oh, actually, when I started going to Valley Cove, that was back in 2010. Okay, nagkuhan ako dahil yung father ko was a doctor also doon sa area na yon, sa Bagao. And provincial na sa Dr. Florentino Kakulitan. And then he was mentioning to me before kung yung mga pinupuntahan niya doon sa Bagao. And then when I came back, yun ang gusto kong subukan. So nasubukan ko noon na maglakad ng 5 days along the Sierra Madre Mountain. 5 days ako naglakad just to go to Valley Cove. And then I would stop in one one community para mag-medical mission, then we would sleep there. That's why it took us 5 days. But they told us
okay.
that if you have to go straight to Valley Cove,
Uh-uh.
it will take you like about 2 days of walking. And then if you can also reach Valley Cove by going through Santa Ana. Santa Ana, which is by Lampitao,
Lampitao, opo.
and it will take you about 6 hours to reach the place. But it's really a nice place. And then I brought this, sorry, actually this, it was last year that I took Pugadlawin with us. This was actually our project with Bagao Mission Help Indigent Children. It's an NGO from Bagao. And then when I met Dr. Meneses and I joined the Pugadlawin, that's when I had the Pugadlawin be involved with this project in Valley Cove. And I've been going there for 5 years now. For like 5 times within 4 years actually.
Okay.
And the last time we were there was like this May of just last May, and I had my birthday there.
2014, oo. Okay.
I
So, ang-
celebrated my birthday with the
Wow.
with the-
So with the cost din pala yung celebration doon, ano? At napakaganda yung mga lugar na pinupuntahan po nila, yung outreach areas nila. Yung Bolos Point kasi na adjacent doon sa Valley Cove ay napuntahan ko, ano, and I saw the situation there. Nung pumunta ako, kailangan talaga nila ng mga doktor na katulad po ninyo.
kailangan nila for the past 4 or 5 years, sabi nila wala pang nakakapunta na ibang doctors doon.
Yes, oo.
Na kami lang, and then Doc Shasha.
Oo. Kaya nga,
Yun lang
lakas-lakas
yung
ng
nakapunta
tapal-tapal
na.
pa rin
Okay.
doon eh. Kasi
Pero
wala
masaya.
nga naman silang doktor
Yun ang
doon.
nag-inspire sa akin para
Oo.
gumawa nito. And then, we've been, that's why, ang kwan namin, ang aming advocacy is more of the Aita community doon.
Oo.
Actually, sinama ko rin ang mga estudyante ko noon ng mga CSU, and which are also members of Bagao Mission, na mag-research doon, and then meron kaming nagawa na research na ongoing na ginagawa namin para matulungan namin yung mga tao doon.
Okay. Let's go naman kay itong kasalukuyang president, ano, si Madam Pulinda Tetiana Custodio. Sa edad na ganyan, anong nag-udyok sa'yo at ikaw ay pumasok sa isang organisasyon na ang ginagawa ay talagang buhos ang effort sa pagtulong ng mga kababayan natin bago yung mga programa mo ngayong taon?
Actually po, nung I was elected as the president, parang wow, parang ang laki ata ng responsibilidad na ibibigay sa akin. And knowing Doc siya, the first president, female president dito sa Philippines, parang sabi ko, Doc siya, parang superwoman ka na. Sinabi ko sa sarili ko, kaya ko kaya to, sabi ko. And then, actually, it's my more than a year with the Pugadlawin pa lang. And then, I felt the camaraderie and yung pagiging totoo dito sa Pugadlawin. And kaya yung tinanggap ko po ito ng buong buo kasi I know that they will always support me with this young age. And then, with Pugadlawin po, nakita ko kasi yung pagiging totoo eh. Alam niyo yun, alam ko na in every members and officers, kahit let's say hindi ganun kayaman or whatsoever, alam mo yung time na inaalat nila every Sundays na nagmi-meeting kami, andun at andun, nung genuinity and yung pagiging totoo talaga, yun ang na-appreciate ko. That's why I accept this position as the president of Pugadlawin.
Okay, for now, for the 2014 being the president, ano yung mga nakalinyang mga activities na iyong nais isakatuparan sa kabuuan ng inyong panunungkulan?
Okay. When I was inducted as a president last March, our first major project was the rehabilitation and medical mission in Leyte. And it was a very successful mission. We have there last May 17 to 22, I guess, 23. A 5-day trip going there, and it's not that easy.
Yes, talagang...
and everything hindi kami as in by land, actually. To Gigaraw to Manila, Manila to Bicol areas, and then we have that Roro twice going to the island of Leyte. And then, touchdown to Leyte, it's good that Sir Ramon has a farm there, and then they accommodate... Yes, he's from there, and then he accommodated the Pugadlawin From Leyte, pag unang touchdown sa Leyte, we have that Palo, the most devastated area in Leyte, yung tipong, yung seashore, yung parang tsunami effect. We were there parang, oh my God, parang na-feel talaga namin yung sorrow and then the pain ng mga tao. Kasi parang construction of the houses was zero. Parang, though may mga NGOs na andoon, pero it's hard na parang andun sila na parang zero lifestyle, as in nothing at all. Parang ganun. And then here comes na andito ang Pugad Lawin na that we are so happy that we are there to witness kung paano makakarating yung tulong ng Pugad Lawin, and Pugad Lawin not only here in Tuguegarao but nationwide. Bukod-bukod nagkaisa po ang Pugad Lawin here in the Philippines para lang po may abot namin yung tulong namin sa Leyte. And here we come, the medical mission, and one area there, it happened that there's an island, the Wahon Island in Leyte, na nasunugan that time. And we are very glad that we are the first NGO here in the Philippines na andun para tumulong, aside from the LGU.
Wahon Island?
The Wahon
Part
Island.
of what?
Of Leyte.
Of Leyte province.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then, that time, we have this UN and World Health Organization na andun din para tumulong. And that's our opportunity para makilala namin sila. And it happened that one member of us, Sir Big Dipper, Sir Narsing from Solana, they hire him as one of the manager of the Rapid, what they call this? Yes, on the fan child.
Okay.
Yes. And I think it's a good opportunity na parang na nakilala nila ang Pugad Lawin as an NGO here in the Philippines na nagbibigay ng voluntary civic service. Ayun
Okay, oo. So yan, yung mga ginagawa ng ating mga taga Pugad Lawin, nakakarating sila hanggang doon sa mga talagang heavily devastated na mga probinsya, just like Leyte. Sa ating mga kasamahan, kung meron silang katanungan, ito na po yung pagkakataon ninyo. Yes, Mother Diggs, sa Magdig na Pagulayan.
Thank you very and good morning po sa ating lahat. Kung itatag itong Pugad Lawin in 1993, ilan po yung members ng Pugad Lawin? And ngayon po, ilan na po ang members ng Pugad Lawin? Isa pa, sabi po kasi ni Sir Manny and ni Doc Manny kanina, kailangang maging mayaman ka. Parang nakakatakot, nakakakilabot.
Karamihan lang yung sinabi
Joke.
na.
Meron po bang binabayaran na dues or fees ang bawat miyembro ng inyong
Sa membership na
organization?
tayo, no? O, Sir Mon,
Yeah.
ilan nga ba kayo? Oo, members.
Noong 1993 po, that was the chartering of Pugad Lawin Philippines Tuguegarao chapter. So nag-start po kami 56 nung panahon po yon, no? Kasi tulad nga ng nasabi din ni Doc Manny, kalakasan po ang pagraradyo noon kasi yan ho ang pinakamabilis na tool for communications. Then, year 1997 po, naging 72 kami. Actually, it's 100 plus. Pero 72 po ang medyo active. No? So, doon po, ngayon po, ang Pugad Lawin, ang status po natin ngayon dito sa Tuguegarao is almost 40 po ang members. Pero yes, yung 40 pong yun, halos active po yun lahat. Kasi kahit sabihin po natin 100 kung hindi naman po aktibo, no? So, ang sinasabi po natin, ngayong panahon na ito, almost 40 po kami, actually 38, no? Aktibo po yung lahat yun. Kasi makikita nyo na lang po ang relief operations and rehabilitations namin sa Leyte noong nakaraang Mayo. Halos 30. So halos buong chapter nandoon na po. So yun po ang membership status namin ngayon for 2014.
Okay.
Yes, doon po sa Actually for incoming members, meron po tayong lifetime membership na tinatawag, which is 2,500. Minsanan lang po yon. Then, ang annual dues po namin is 1,500. Every year po yon for renewal. No? Yan po ang parang membership, no? If you want to join Pugad Lawin. Meron din po kaming ngayong bago, it's under po ng special projects, is Pugadlawin Kabataan. Ito po, nilaunch po natin ito. No? The project actually conceptualized in the year 2000. So, Pugadlawin Tugigaraw din po ang nag-initiate nito. It was adopted recently lang po, no? Nung last Board of Governors meeting namin, last January, na i-implement na po natin sa Tugigaraw. Ito po yung unang-unang Pugadlawin sa kabataan. Ito po walang membership dues. So, hinihikayat, basta ang importante lang po dito, ang mga kabataan natin, regardless po whether is pumapasok po siya sa eskwelahan or out of school youth. Malaki po maitutulong natin dito para maiwas po sila sa hindi magandang bisyo.
Age limit daw po.
Age limit.
Sa kabataan
Sa
po.
kabataan?
Oo.
Oo. Actually, high school, pwede na, no? Pwede ng high school. Oo.
Ano bang taon ng high school ngayon? Kasi hindi ko na alam yung high school. Grade na kasi, grade 7 na
16 pwede na, di ba? High school is
okay.
16. Hanggang college.
20, sir? 20, 21?
2021.
21.
Basta nag-aaral. From high school to college. Kasi pagkatapos niya ng college, kung talagang nasa puso pa rin niya ang pagtulong at gusto niyang ituloy as senior member sa PLPI Tugigaraw chapter, for example, or kung nasa Manila siya, sa Manila chapter namin, at nagtatrabaho na siya doon, magiging regular member na siya. So he'll be paying all the dues na kinakailangan bayaran.
So pwede ako doon, sa Pugadlawin Kabataan. Nag-aaral, sabi niya
Yes,
Tapos libre pa doon, sabay ganun na.
Pero masteral na yun. Doctorate.
Joke lang po.
Oliver,
Yes, Doc Man.
Gusto ko lang linawin yung sinabi ko kanina. My good friend Diggs, I didn't say puro pang mayayaman. Sabi ko kanina, I said it this way, parang nasa conceal tayo, practice muna. Hi, Moon! Kandidato ulit tayo. I said it this way. Sabi ko, during that time na wala pang cellphone, we did not invite people to join us. Most of those who wanted really to join us, because if you are not a member of a civic organization, a radio organization, wala kang permit to hold a radio. So during that time, most of those who were rich and who are still rich wanted to join because hindi na sila maglalakad ng sariling permit. But it was that time, all walks of life, mayaman, middle class, so on and so forth, join that as long as kaya mo ang bumili ng radio, Ma'am Diggs. So with that, I would like to make it clear that there is no age limit for our members, but if possible, there is a separate group for students.
Okay.
I am the oldest in the group. But I look young.
Yes,
in front of you, and I still is not a person who forgets easily, but is still the memory is still very sharp. So with this, we have a separate group for students because our concession students are not as matured as the way we think. And this is an organization, ika nga, paano niya kaya magbayad ng membership fee, paano, let's face realities, let's be frank. Because why join an organization kung wala kang treaties? Everybody wanted to join Pugadlawin.
Yes.
Pero, how will you be able to do it kung hindi ka pa professionals working already to be able to pay your monthly dues? How can you join the group in going around? Because it is a way you go around, you spend on your own, and if possible, you dole out also for the good of the project. So, in other words, to make it kailangan you're working, you're matured enough. Especially most of us, kami ni Namon, yung mga old members, are now having dual citizenship. So with this, with the
Okay.
dual citizenship, with them, ang tawag ko nga sa kanila, mga anak, mga apo ko na sila, at least they understand us.
Yes.
There are times when forget na eh. But because of them around, nabibigyan kami ng vitamins, and it keeps us always active because they are our inspiration. Because in a club, there has to be beauty around you. Because if there are no beautiful things to see, my goodness, good morning. Thank you, Diggs.
Sir Oliver, may dagdag lang ako dun sa Pugadlawing Kabataan. Actually, active na siya ngayon sa CSU. Yes,
okay.
oo. So, nakatap
So,
ang...
college
Yes,
students
college
ang
students.
first members
NSTP,
natin.
yung mga... sa NSTP sila.
Okay.
So, active na sila ngayon. Now, doon sa
Ilan na po ang member ninyo kung meron po kayong estimate?
Actually, gusto nilang lahat. That's more than 2,000. Kung babasehan natin ang NSTP ng CSU. So, nililimit lang natin kasi kailangan piliin din natin yung talagang makakatulong din. No? Dedicated din sa magiging organization ng...
Tama po, kailangan ninyong makita yung talaga yung puso ng tumutulong, hindi yung tulong na nagpapasikat lamang. Lalo na sikat ang Pugadlawin, baka gagamitin din po ang inyong pong organisasyon sa ibang intensyon.
Hindi lang natin kino-close to sa isang school, hindi lang sa CSU. Ino-open natin to sa lahat.
Ibang campuses.
Yes, sa mga ibang campuses.
Okay.
Actually, magkakaroon tayo ng information drive in the near future sa lahat ng campuses. And in-approve na to ng national office namin. And there's already a resolution coming from the Board of Governors.
Yes, Oliver,
Yes,
with the coming in of CSU, may member kami from CSU.
Okay.
So I also, as a member of the UCV family, as past president of the alumni, I had also I'm toying an idea at the back of my mind to invite also some students capable of having this kind of activity.
Okay.
And the rest of the schools, you're welcome because most of our members are graduated during their high school days from prestigious schools in Tuguegarao, but not in college because most of our members are physicians, lawyers, architects. We have interior decorators and everything. So during high school, most of us graduated from almost all the schools in Tuguegarao.
Okay. Yes, si kasamang Jeanette muna, then kasamang Angeli mamaya.
Sa inyo pong pagbabalik po dito sa Region 2 or dito po sa Tuguegarao after your services po sa Leyte, ano po yung inaasahan ng mga mamamayan po ng Region 2 sa inyo? And then second question po is, sige, yung una po muna, nakalimutan ko yung second question ko.
Ayan. Ano daw po ang aasahan ng mga mamamayan sa Region 2? Region-wide ang binanggit mo kasamang Jeanette.
Region-wide, no? Ang pinag-usapan natin.
Area of coverage pala ninyo, sir? Is it region-wide? National pa nga?
Yes, national kasi ako and Region 8, though I can speak for the regional governor of Region 2. Kasi taga Isabela siya, no?
Okay.
And now he's residing in Bayumbong sa Nueva Vizcaya. Ang program kasi ng Pugadlawin, no, sa Region 2, the same din, no? We will be expanding yung not only the medical missions, katulad nga ng sabi ni Dr. Kakulitan, magkakaroon tayo ng sustainable project. Hindi yung nag-project tayo dito ngayon, then iniwan natin, nagbagong presidente, nagbagong regional governor, nagbagong national president, nakalimutan na yon. Usually ganun ang mga CSO. Nakakalimutan nila na balikan yung proyektong yon kasi may iniisip akong ibang proyekto na naman. Ang konsepto ngayon ng Pugadlawin is, for example, dito sa Region 2, sa Balikov, napag-usapan namin ni Dr. Kakulitan and sa council ng PLPI Tuguegarao tungkol sa filtration ng tubig nila. Kasi meron silang drinking water doon, tama nga, no? Pero hindi siya ganun kaganda. Though, katulad ng sabi ni Doc, nanggagaling sa bundok. So, madali lang i-process yun through hydrofiltration. Pwede nating gawin yon sa area na yon. Hindi siya medyo makulit na proyekto. Then, ang medical mission natin, tuloy-tuloy. balik eskwela, natapos na natin yun nung ano. Then titingnan natin yung kung pwede nating i-adapt yung ginawa nila sa Quezon. This is yung mga parang public library na in-sponsor ng Pugadlawin. So isa yon sa mga proyekto natin. Ang sinasabi natin is sa Region 2 muna.
Oo,
No?
tama po. Follow up. Naisip mo na yung pangalawang katanungan? Sige.
Meron po ba tayong parang estimated na budget or yung expenses po in a whole year sa pagsasagawa po nitong mga CSRs po ninyo?
Okay.
Budget. Ang laking question mark. No? Napag-usapan namin earlier ni Oliver. Kaya nandito kami ngayon. Unang-una, para humingi ng suporta, not only on the media, para sa mga sa mga negosyante ng Tuguegarao, negosyante ng Region 2. Maraming projects ang Pugadlawin sa Tuguegarao, particularly, no. Pero ang sinasabi natin doon, ang budget. Actually, tumatakbo ang PLPI Tuguegarao sa pamamagitan ng sariling sikap niya. So ngayon, since expanded na ang mga projects, kailangan nating i-maintain ito not only 2014, kung hindi kung kailan, hanggang kailan ang Pugadlawin sa Region 2. Ganun yun. Hindi nagsimula tayo ngayon, pababayaan natin. Magsisimula tayo ng iba na naman bukas, pababayaan na naman natin. Pag nagsimula tayo ngayon, kailangan i-sustain natin yon. Kasi ang tinulungan natin is mga tao eh. Ang tinulungan natin is mga tao at aasa yung mga yan. Aasa at aasa yan sa atin.
Budget, yes, ma'am. Can I add to what si Ramon? Let's go back nung pumunta sila sa Leyte. Nang pumunta sa Leyte, we had several meetings, Sir Oliver.
Yes, sir.
In the tune of 100,000 ang gastusin, pamasahe lang, gasolina and everything. So, wow, ang laki, But because of most of the members, ika nga, they have a good heart, ibig sabihin, hindi nakaganyan yung kamay. So, isa-isa, we start the ball rolling. Ito sa akin, ito sa iyo, until finally, on the last day we met, they are now to go to Leyte. I didn't join them because walang sunblock noon eh. Joke lang. So, I said, this is my contribution. And then, it was really a realization of a dream. Because of us members, mature enough, working, may konting nakalaan sa buhay, may konting negosyo, we easily raise that fund. So with this, that answered a part of your question, Madam. On our own, we were able to go to Leyte. With the incoming projects, wow, ito na. To each and every one of you, we are celebrating our anniversary. We're having a fundraising campaign. We're having a candidates, which I know will be sponsored by different boutiques or parlors to join this contest. From here, you will be able to raise funds and to add more to our seed money. Will be able to have laudable project. We plan to have this as a culminating activity. We are celebrating our anniversary, July 23. We plan to have a culminating activity with a bang, and for your eyes to see, we have decided not a name of the contest yet, but maybe Beautiful Ladies of Tuguegarao to join us in the bikini contest. What do you think, Oliver?
A fashion show.
A fashion show.
Fashion show.
But with this, hindi magandang dating kako. With us having a dual citizenship na sabi ko, let's change it. Let's say we have it a fashion show for not so young and not so old beautiful ladies of Tuguegarao. What do you think of it?
Well,
maybe with this, we also would like to ask your assistance, not in terms of logistic, but maybe outrageous to be able to appeal to people to be able to come up with a good project and good result. And if we will be able to have raise funds, we'll be able to have laudable project. At the same time, we will be having more community services.
Okay, mukhang bago yun, ano? At dito sa
I think
Tugigaraw,
it's new.
dito sa Tugigaraw, bago po yung ganong activity and titingnan natin kung paano. Pero gusto ko lang, si Angeli muna, sige, yung katanungan bago baka mamaya mawala na naman sa isip ninyo, ano? Okay.
Good morning po sa lahat. Wala po ba kayong plano na makipag-tie up sa government agencies na may similar sa mandato po nyo? Let's say, yung medical missions, why not tap DOH for free medicines and other doctors din to help? And then yung mga outreach programs nyo po, why not tap DSWD for that matter and so on? So may mga plano
Tanungin
po ba
natin
tayong
dito
ganito?
sa mga opisyal, ano? Yes.
Yes, actually, nagawa na po namin yan, madam. When we went to Leyte, there are two government agencies that talagang todo suporta sa amin. It's the PCSO and the DOH Region 2. Yes. Yeah, they gave us around 50,000, I guess, sir, worth of medicines and for Region 2 DOH. And in PCSO Manila, personally pumunta po si Doc Sha and other national officers po namin noon na mag-solicit po, and then they gave us around 20,000 amount of medicines. And with these incoming projects po, with the fashion show of Pugad Lawin here in Tugigaraw, we are, I think, we plan to collaborate it with DepEd. Yeah. Kasi yung fundraising po na yun, that project will be intended for, I think, southern part of Tugigaraw, the Namambalan, very remote area, school there for feeding area dun po sa school po na yun.
Supplemental feeding project, yun yung pupuntahan, yung
Yes.
proceeds. Pero bakit po fashion show? Kasi kilala ko to eh. Mahilig sa fashion. Oo, sige.
Ayun po, it's just like with Doctora, she's into medical missions. How about me? Ano ba yung gusto ko bang mangyari? With the Leyte, we
It goes
spend-
with the interest of the president. Okay.
Kasi syempre, ano naman alam ko sa gamot, I have there to support Doctora, of course, kasi yung mga previous activities niya. How about me? How do I put myself in Pugad Lawin na something makakatulong naman ako? Then, since I'm engaged into that events, why not? Na ganun naman po yung gagawin ko sa Pugad Lawin. And also, with this fundraising po kasi, it's not easy at saka hindi biro yung napagdaanan namin sa Leyte na, yeah, we have that means but it's so kulang. Alam mo yon yung parang I went to the government agencies and to the private entities na alam mo yung parang magsusolicit talaga kasi we lack that fund. And luckily, when we go along the way to Leyte, we pass by other Pugad Lawin's chapter and luckily, alam yung walang pasantabi na ito ang para sa Pugad Lawin, ito, we will donate this for Leyte. And actually, this program going to Leyte po, it's the Tugigaraw chapter who initiated this to help the Leyte, yung devastated area po doon.
Okay. Yes, kasamang Munding, then mamaya kasamang TJ.
Sana magkaroon din ng tawag dito, ugnayan or mas malakas na ugnayan ang Pugad Lawin, Tugigaraw at saka ng Informers Club. Kami po dito, mga miyembro ng
We
Informers
have
Club.
also our organization, media organization.
Total, pareho naman po tayong accredited CSO ng City Government of Tugigaraw. And kami rin po ay matagal na rin sumusuporta sa inyo pong mga layunin, sa inyo pong mga magagandang ginagawa. Gusto po naming humingi ng paumanin sapagkat hindi po kami nakasama sa inyong biyahe sa Leyte. Dahil sa trabaho kasi namin, kung 1 week ka mawawala, medyo mapapabayaan yung iiwan ng programa. Hindi inaaprubahan usually ng station manager yung mga ganun. And yung huli na pagpunta nyo, Doktora, Dr. Meneses, dun sa Gataran, yung parang ano ba ito? Is it adopted by the Pugad Lawin sa Tugigaraw? Yung Agta community sa Gataran na binigyan nyo na halos lahat na ibigay nyo na dun sa community para kahit papano ay mapag-aral yung mga bata doon. And ano pa yung mga Agta communities na may tuturing na inadapt na rin po ng Pugad Lawin all over the region? Thank you.
Actually, yung po kay Dr. Leon Kakulitan sa Valley Cove, kung saan siya tumutulong for almost 5 years, i-expand po natin yung tulong sa indigenous people. Aside from, hindi lang po kasi sa AITA ng Valley Cove, Peña Blanca, any around the Cagayan na pwede namin abutan ng tulong sa mga AITAs. Yun po yung aking mission noon. Pero ngayon, parang ine-expand pa rin natin. Okay.
Ang mga AITA community na napuntahan namin kung saan kami nagkakilala ni Dr. Shasha noon was this project sa Lasam. There's this part in Lasam, yung farthest part ng Lasam sa Sicalao, Lasam. And then after that, we also went to this remote area of Santo Niño, which is Calasitan. I think that's the name. Calasitan,
Santo
yeah.
Niño.
And we went there ng kuwan na yun ang nagkuhan ng banding namin ni Dr. Meneses dahil ang advocacy namin is itong mga AITA. And another community na hindi na-mention ni Dr. kanina was yung project namin last year sa Quirino na we went to Nagtipunan.
Nagtipunan, Farnes din yan sa Quirino. Opo.
Nagtipunan ng actually, 2 beses kami pumunta doon na sa Nagtipunan, yung Pugadlawin. Yung first one, yun, yung mga nakita namin yung mga AITA community doon. And then after that, like after a week na nagpunta kami doon, yun yung dumating yung bagyo na malakas. Like Labuyo. And then, dahil nakita namin like kung ano nangyari doon, then we went back again at to aid with these victims nung Labuyo. Na yun.
Okay. So ito mga adapted areas na rin ng Pugadlawin.
Yeah, adapted areas na.
Okay. Si kasamang TJ.
Okay, good morning po sa lahat. Ma'am, sirs, alam din natin, ano ba yung particular advocacy on climate change ang Pugadlawin? Meron po ba? Pangalawa po, yung pong problema ngayon, disaster, yung mga tagtuyot sa ating mga magsasaka. Let's say mayroong isang multinational na itatap po yung grupo ninyo at kayo na yung bahala tumulong dun sa mga magsasaka. Willing po ba ang grupo?
Okay. Akala ko itatanong ni kasamang TJ Black Sand. Okay, Sir Mon.
Sagutin ko muna yung una, DJ, yung sa climate change. Actually, ang national government po ng Pugadlawin, Philippines, meron na po tayong programa noon. Matagal na po yun, no? Iyon po, ang role po ng Pugadlawin doon is information dissemination. Kasi doon mas effective ang organization. Ginagawa na po natin yan. Continuous po yan. Kasi sa national, sa national government, meron po talaga tayo doon na naka-set up for environmental task. Na ginagawa po yan ng isang komite ng Pugadlawin, Philippines. Now, doon po sa ikalawa, doon po sa magsasaka, TJ, actually, ang national president po namin is a farmer. Siya po si Dodo Alcala, the first degree cousin po ni Secretary Alcala ng DA. And si Secretary po is a member o Pugadlawin sa Quezon. So, 4 po yan sila. Yung isa po, sad to say, kamamatay po niya last week. So, continuous po ang program natin sa pagtulong sa magsasaka. Actually, humingi po kami ng allocation sa DA for water pumps. Kasi nga, medyo may areas po na tagtuyot pa hanggang ngayon. Lalo na po dito sa atin, sa Region 2. So yun, iniintay lang po namin na dumating yung allocation na yun. Actually, 25, 25 patubig na makina. So yun po ang programa din ng national government po natin. Then, ang nangyayari po kasi, pagka nakuha na po ng national government yung allocation na yun, dinis-distribute po yun sa chapter kung saan kinakailangan. Doon po gumagalaw ang chapter sa lokalidad na yun. For example, dinala sa Tugigaraw, at Tugigaraw po ang naatasan noon, Pugadlawin sa Tugigaraw po mag-implement noon sa distribution. I-identify na lang po natin through you, sa media, and sa Department of Agriculture.
Okay. Oo. Si Sir Sim at saka si Ralph, meron? Sige, si Sir Sim.
Good morning, sir. Sir, ano bang pinakamataas na membro ng politician sa Pilipinas na membro ng Pugadlawin? Pinakamataas na membro ng Pugadlawin sa
Pinakamataas daw na miyembro ng Pugadlawin.
Actually, sa amin, pag nakimembro, regardless, kaya sa presidente ka ng Pilipinas, ang tawag namin, buddy. So, pantay-pantay na tayo pagpasok sa organisasyon. Regardless, whether secretary ka ng NIA, secretary ka ng DA, secretary ka ng National Defense, yan po lahat sila, irregular member namin. Pag nagmi-meeting po kami, pantay-pantay na po tayo. Wala pong mayawan, wala pong mahirap. Iisa lang po ang tingin ng Pugadlawin sa inyo. Membro kayo, handa kayong tumulong. So, ang pinakamataas po natin, tinatanong niyo po, is mga secretaries po ngayon. Actually, si Pinoy is an associate member, being the President of the Republic. Si Fidel Ramos po is a regular member. So, tatlo pong secretaries ang regular member natin ngayon, at sila po ang tumutulong sa atin. Kaya nung nagkaroon po tayo ng outreach program outside of Ribbon 2, ang DND po, sumuporta sila ng gusto, ang Southern Luzon Command. Sila po ang nag-provide ng fuel, ng tirahan namin, papunta at pabalik. No?
Okay.
Sila po ang talagang sumuporta. And tulad po ng sabi ng presidente namin, yung talagang bukas kamay po, bukas palad na mga kasama po namin at yung mga dating naging member po ng Pugadlawin na inactive ngayon, in such a way, nakatulong po sila sa mission na.
So marami
Sir
yan.
Oliver,
Marami. Yes,
may
yes,
I add
sir.
to that? Anong pangalan yung nagtanong?
Si kasamang Simeon Dilan. PNP.
Simeon, good morning, buddy. Actually, kung may orientation kami, lahat kami mga members nandyan to orient the new members. Ang unang tanong, nandyan si ganyan, nandyan si ganyan. Mataranta ka, di ba? Kasano nga tati pakikadwak, ordinaryo na lang nga tao. Nga kasla kadakwada, aglalo na makitam na gijalugan da ng kaparada. Ang gaganda ng mga sasakyan. Well, usually ang sinasabi namin, if you join Pugadlawin, pantay-pantay. We call each other buddy. I don't know kung sa babae, how do we call you? Ako, ang tawag ko sa kanila, beauty. Bahala ka na kung hindi ka beauty. Ngayon, look around. Mga members namin at the back, makita mo, mga architects, nandyan yung asawa ni Anthony Tudao, nandyan si Sally, taga-UCB, mga ganyan. May mga fiscal, mga pantay-pantay kami. Gusto namin, pag-join ng Pugadlawin, ika nga yung sabi ni Tata kanina, na nataranta din siya pag-join. Alam mo kung sino yung matagal ng member ng Pugadlawin? With our experience, lalo kaming bumabait. Bakit? Malapit na kami tawagin ni San Pedro. Sana hindi pa. Yun ang ugali ng Pugadlawin. Di ba? You can join us. We welcome you. You join us. I'll be as honorary member. You come, feel it. Feel the atmosphere. Okay. Feel the feeling. And I'm very sure if you go home, wow, ganito ang Pugadlawin sa Tugigaraw. Good morning, sir.
Okay. Yes, kung wala nagkakatanungan wala sa ating ibang kasamahan, ay bigyan daan ulit natin ang ating mga kasamahan para ibahagi pa yung mga hindi natin natanong sa kanila before we end with this program. Dr. Meneses.
Gusto ko lang elaborate yung latest trip namin. We have actually 5 projects there. So yung one po yung livelihood, hindi nabanggit yata ni President Tata. Livelihood, it was was lead by our member CSU, Miss Ma'am Federica Gonzalez. Siya po yung nagturo ng kasi ako nakapanood doon manicurist, pedicure, at saka sa pagluluto sa mga mothers doon sa Leyte. And and then charcoal paper, and saka po yung fire relief operations sa Dawahon Island, led by the other non-medical group, sila Ma'am Tudao, and then Ma'am Sally, yung grupo nila. Nahati kasi kami in groups eh. And then ang aking team, medical mission for Dawahon Island saka sa Bato Leyte, and pagtayo ng poso, led by the grupo ni Sir Ramon Narte, and school supplies led by Tata and Ma'am Rebecca Kalangan, also a member. Within a few days, natapos po namin yung aming mission. So we're so happy, pero parang lacking pa rin ang aming tulong kasi nakita namin yung disaster doon, yung kalagayan, conditions nila doon na parang talagang zero. Maiiyak po kayo. Devastated talaga. Maiiyak po ang aming grupo, actually umiyak nung nakita namin yung graveyard, nakapagdasal kami na kahit konti. Yung mga story nila, syempre scary pa kami nung una. No first day namin, parang feeling namin may tumatayong tao or patay doon sa aming higaan. So talagang ma-feel mo yung ang kalungkutan doon. Kahit na minsan nagtuwa-tuwa kami, pero we left behind na parang kulang pa yung tulong namin. So hopefully sa mga ibang other NGOs and the government also na pumunta doon para makita nila kung ano yung kalagayan, kondisyon ng Yolanda victims po doon. Thank you very much.
Okay. And kung meron pang gustong ibahagi, si Doc Leon or Sir Ramon?
Yun nga, i-expound ko lang yung sinabi ng mga kasama ko. I'm talking for and behalf sa national government namin and for Region 8, which is doon naman talaga ang devastated talaga. Yung sinabi nila siya, tama yung sabi niya, kulang pa ho. Kasi kailangan talaga natin ang suporta ng gobyerno. The government was only there during after the devastation, actually. That was 2 weeks after. So Pugadlawin already made arrangement with Leyte 1 week after. Kasi mahirap ka talagang pumasok dun gawa ng clearing operations. So, yun nga, yung pinuntahan na island sa Bato Leyte, which is Dawahon. Kung makikita mo kasi yun, it's an island na hanggang ngayon wala silang tubig. Ang kanilang basura nandoon pa. Nakakalat lang doon sa dagat. So, kung ang problema, nandun ang lahat Nandun ang lahat. So, yun ang napapag-usapan ngayon dito sa region, including na national, na lahat ng fundraising na gagawin ng national ngayon for special projects, part of it will go on that area. Okay. May mga plano kasi tayo doon, unahin natin yung potable water nila. Actually, nakasalang na ngayon sa national office namin ang hydrofiltration ng island na yon. So, purified water na ang gagawin nila. By the end of, before the end of this year, ma-implement yung project na yan.
Okay, oo. Hopefully, yung panawagan nila for the other organizations and of course the government, continuous din yung kanilang support doon sa area na yon. Dahil nakikita natin na hanggang sa ngayon ay hindi pa nakakabangon actually ang buong lugar na sinalanta ng ating Typhoon Yolanda. So for now, thank you very much sa Pugadlawin Tugigaraw at sana ay magtuloy-tuloy ang iyong paglipad. Sa inyo pong mga advokasya, kasama nyo po ang Informers Club. Kung gusto nyo po kaming imbitahin, ay pwede po kaming, yun nga lang, wala pong doktor sa amin. Kami po ay mga manunulat at mga mamamahayag. Ang kaya lang po namin ibigay sa inyong grupo, taga-ngaw-ngaw ng inyong pong mga advokasya. At syempre, mga lakas din po namin, pwede po ninyong makuha. Pwede po ninyong, kumbaga pa, pwede tayong maging partner po doon.
Gusto kong magpasalamat sa DCV Radyo ng Bayan, especially to Sir Mundin Pancha and TJ Tudao sa every time na DCCV na every time na pupunta kami ng mission, lagi silang kinokontak kami. And Bomba Radio Sir Marvin, sorry po, hindi namin wala pong signal sa Leyte, kaya nahirapan po kami makontak during the Leyte trip.
Anyway, dito yung representative nila, Doc,
Okay, thank you po.
Okay, so thank you very much din po sa inyong lahat. Of course, kay Sir Ramon Narte at Dr. Leon, Dr. Shasha, and of course kay Miss Pauline, and of course Doc Manny Fermin, ano, sa ibinahagi po ninyong oras dito sa ating palatuntunan. Nawa ay magkasama-sama pa rin tayo sa iba pang mga aktibidad at hindi ito ang una at huli, kundi una at marami pang susunod ano, sa atin pong mga programa para po sa ating pagtulong sa mga nangangailangan nating mga kababayan. So sa ngalan pa rin ng ating Regional Director, Director Purita sa Montelicas, ito po muli ang inyong lingkod, Oliver Tamayo Bakay. Maraming salamat, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.